Alright, we do have the very first participant, Sushila. Sushila said A is equal to B is equal to 67.5. We uh, Sushila, your comment would not be considered until unless you are not going to give the answers along with the explanation. So here we need explanation. Let's just wait for few other participants to join the session, and then I will reveal the answer soon and we'll have the next question. Till then, you can just re-revise your answer and let me know what is your approach and how you are solving. Because if A is equal to B, I hope you are assuming it that the given triangle is isosceles, but here it is not given to us, so we can't consider it as an isosceles triangle. You need to check your logic and don't forget to give the answers along with the explanation. Sushila said, is that wrong? Uh, Sushila, I'll let you know whether the answer is correct. Let few more participants give the answer and join the session. We'll let you know, and I will give you the correct approach also, that how we are going to solve for this problem. Here we need to solve for A, B, C and D, and till now you have just given the answer for A and B, and I'm still waiting for a few more participants to give the answer. However, your answer is correct or not, I'll let you know later, but you need to give the explanation so that I can pin your comment. Alright, we have Siddharth. Siddharth said C is equals to 50. Alright, Siddharth, it could be the possibility that C is 50, but I need explanation also. So if you are going to give the explanation, that would be better for everyone. I'm waiting for the correct explanation. Then we'll move to the next question only. Alright, Siddharth said D is equal to 135 opposite angles of cyclic quadrilaters. Opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. That's what you meant to say, right? So D is 135, that's correct, and your explanation for D is correct. However, you have not given explanation for other variables. I'm waiting for that. Alright, Siddharth said is A is equal to B. Siddharth, A is not equals to B because it's not given to us that the triangle formed is an isosceles triangle, so you can't assume that it is an isosceles triangle and the base angles are equal. So I hope you got that. It's not equal. They are not equal. A is not equals to B. Mm, I think no one is able to give the answer for this problem. So we will come back to this problem. Let's start with a basic one or an easy one, or we can say a warm-up one. Then if any of when more of the participants will join, we'll come back to this problem again and I'll give you a proper explanation for this. Let's just have another problem. Okay, give me a minute. Look, now we do have this interesting puzzle in which we need to calculate the height of the table. What we are given with that we are given on the left hand side, we are given with a bird sitting on the table and a dog at the bottom of the table, and on the right hand side we can see there is a dog sitting on the table and the bird under the table. Now in the left hand side the distance between their heads is 130. However, on the right hand side the distance between the heads of the dog and the head of the bird is 170. Now we need to calculate the height of the table here. Let's see how many of you can do this. Let's just wait for a few more participants and then we'll understand this. Let's see who is going to give the first answer correctly. What is the height of the table? Think about it, it's very basic. Normal algebra or a graphical approach will work here. We'll discuss each of them. Alright, so we have Ankita who says like 130. 130 centimeters is the height of the table. Is it? So whatever is your answer, Ankita, you need to give the correct explanation also along with that. Then only I will move to the next question. Is there no one? Today we are not getting any of the comments. Is there no one to give the answer for this problem? Okay, I'm going to give you the correct explanation for this, no matter how many participants are here. Let's just discuss this. Give me a minute. I'm going to share you the screen and then I will explain you how to solve this problem. Correct? Alright, so we have one more participant who says who has given the correct answer, I think, but the explanation is missing. Guys, I have already told you that if you are giving the answers, you need to give the correct explanation along with your answers. UCO alert, UCO alert, I think it's 150 centimeter. Your answer is correct. Ankita and Yuko, I'm going to share the logic here. Let me just share my screen with you guys and let's see how we are going to approach for this problem. Alright, so what we have, we can see we on the left hand side we do have a bird, correct? So if I'm going to mark this bird as B, let's say the height of the bird is B and the height of the dog is going to be T. And on the other side here also, let's say the height of the table is marked as T. Now what we can do, think about this. On the left hand side, if I'll say we have a bird and a dog, right? If I'm going to consider the entire height, what I can write it as, this much height is the height of the bird, and from here to the base, this is the height of the table, correct? So what I can write for the left hand side, this B plus T is going to be equals to how much? This 130 and this dog, that is D plus 130, correct? So from here I'm going to get the equation as B plus T minus D is equals to 130, right? Now let's look at the right hand side also. We have a dog on the table which can be marked as D, right? So this entire height can be marked as this much is D, and from here to the base of the table is T. So what I can write, this D plus T is equals to this 170 and along with this bird. So bird plus 170. If I'm going to take the B on another side, this equation will become D plus T minus B is equals to 170. So I have this equation and I do have this equation also. So now these are the two equations that I have. What I can do now, if I'm going to add these two equations, look at this carefully. This B and this B, one of this positive and this one is negative, they will get cancelled out. And for D also, this D is negative and this D is positive, they are also going to cancel out. What I'm going to have 2T, that is T plus T is going to give me 2T, and 130 plus 170 is going to give me 300. So what I'm going to get, let me just erase this, we'll be getting an equation as 2T is equal to 300, and therefore T is going to be 300 by 2, which is 150 centimeter. So that's how we are going to solve this problem, and the answer for this problem is 150 centimeter, that is the height of the table. I hope you got this. Alright, so we do have Taylor said it's correct. Yes, Taylor, the correct answer is 150 centimeter, and that's all for this problem. Let's move to the next problem and let's see how you guys are going to do so. Let's have the next one. Hmm. Alright, this is the next problem. Here we need to solve for the value of x. Now let's see how many of you can actually solve for the value of x. Happy B has given the correct answer, 150 centimeter. Now we do have the next problem here. Here we need to solve for the value of x. Is there any approach or any answer from your side? Once I'm going to get the correct explanation and the correct answer from your side, then we'll move to the next question. But the illustration is misleading. For which problem? For the previous one or this one? Okay, diagrammatically you are saying like that. Okay, but we can solve this, and on solving we are getting 150. That's how we are actually going to figure out the problems in maths, because most of the time the figures are not drawn up to the correct scale, right? So now we do have this problem. I'm hoping to get an answer from your side, Asa. Let's see who is going to give the correct answer first. All right, this problem is so difficult for every one of you that no one has given the correct answer till now. All right, so we do have the first comment from Yuko Alert. He says x is equal to 130. X is not 130, Yuko. Don't. However, AB is parallel to CD here. That's correct. We can see that, but you can't use the corresponding angle concept here. So x can't be 130 directly. You have to rethink. I'm still waiting for the correct answer from your side. Let's see who is going to give the correct answer along with the correct explanation. Let's just wait. Happy B says 110. Alright, so we do have one more comment, but Happy, I am like, I would really appreciate if you are going to give the explanation also. Later on, I'm going to give the explanation also, but I need explanation from your side so that it could help everyone. Alright, so we do have one more participant who says 110 degree. Does that mean that 110 is the correct answer. Does that mean so? But no one has given the explanation till now, so we are going to keep this for few more minutes. I'm just waiting for one correct explanation, because these kind of question has multiple approaches, but I'm hoping to have the one correct explanatory answer from my participants. Oh my god, what happens to my participants today? Is there no one to give the answer for this problem along with the explanation? We got only three comments. One is from Yuko, another is from Happy Bee, and the third one is from Ankita. Two of them has said 110 and one says 130. But no one has given the correct explanation yet. Alright, is there no one? So, if there is no one to give the correct explanation, let me just give the correct explanation. Just give me a minute. I think my voice was not audible. Do I need to explain this again? Just give me a minute. So what I did, give me a minute. First, we have constructed this line. We have extended this line CD, and as these two lines are parallel, this x is going to be this x, same as x, correct? Why? Because they are going to be corresponding angles. So now using the exterior angle property of the triangle, I can write that x plus 20 is equals to 130 degree. So my x is going to be 130 minus 20, so x is going to be 110 degree. This is it for this problem. I hope you got this, and now we are going to move to the next problem, and let's see how many of you are going to participate in that problem and how many of you are going to get the correct answer. All right. Alright guys, so we do have this next problem in which we need to calculate the shaded area. We have a circle, and along with that I'm not going to say what is the exterior part of this circle. Is it a rectangle or square or anything else? You are going to figure it out at your own, but you need to calculate the shaded region area. I'm going to keep it for 5 minutes and I'm going to wait for your comments, and let's see how many of you can solve this. Just try to give the answer in exact form. Don't give the answer in like decimals. Either you can give the answers in terms of pi or in terms of fractions. So I am waiting for your comments along with the explanations. Let's see how many of you can do so. All right, we have Ankita who says 4 minus pi. No, Ankita, 4 minus pi is not the right answer for this problem. And if you are getting 4 minus pi as an answer, let me know how you are getting this. Shushila, okay. Shushila says 8 pi plus 16. That's also correct, but I need the explanation, Sushila, from your side. I can see the participants are very low at this time, so we can have this session after at least 30 minutes or at 5:30. I'm going to discuss this question again at that time. I hope to see you at that time, just after 1 hour or 1.5 hours. We'll see you again and we'll discuss this question there. Till then, I'm going to give you the hint for this. We can see that there is a circle, and along with the circle there is a square. Those two line segments which are marked on the tangents of the circle that represent these lines are equal, and if those lines are equal, and on one more thing we can see that the unshaded region is nothing but a quadrant. Now for the quadrant we have an angle of 90 degree, right? Let me just explain this a bit to you. We'll discuss this in detail after 1 hour. Just a minute. Okay, now see here, this entire thing is a circle, but this is a quadrant. So if this is a quadrant, this angle is going to be 90 degree. Now as this line segment is nothing but radius, this is also radius, correct? And we know radius are perpendicular to the tangents, so this is going to be 90 and this is also going to be 90. Now here the three of the angles are already 90, so the fourth angle must also be 90 degree, correct? So what is this figure? This is a square. So for this reason, this is how much part of the circle? This is 3/4 of the circle. So this region is going to be calculated by 3/4 pi r square. And for this region, what you can do, you can subtract the area of the quadrant from the area of square. So area of square, we have a side of the square which is going to be 4. So 4 square, that is the area of square, minus this quadrant, it would be pi r square by 4. Area of the quadrant is pi r square by 4. Now using this, substitute the value of r as 4 and you will be getting the answer for this region. Now add these two, add this area and this much area, what you are going to get from here. Adding these two, you will be getting the answers, right? So I hope that is clear to all of you. So we'll discuss this problem again in the next session. Hope to see you there. Till then, take care. Bye bye.